Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar with MLB 13 the show, and here we go with some more 30 wins with 30 teams. This time I will be playing as the Arizona Diamondbacks, and we'll be facing the Colorado Rockies as we continue to go through the National League West. So I'm really excited because I have a lot of familiarity with Chase Field. When I was doing Diamond Dynasty, this was where I chose to play, but I'm not doing that right here. So sit back, relax. We're, of course, going to be talking about the Diamondbacks organization, their history, some of the players. It should be a pretty good learning experience. Oh, actually, it should be a ton of fun. That's what I want more than anything else here. Corbin is going to be on the mound for me. De La Rosa is going to be pitching for the Rockies. You guys know I can't ever go ahead and give up a chance to do that. I don't know if this was like a jerk move or what. Well, you know what? Why not? Just start the game off with something a little bit interesting here. So Cargo up at the plate here in the top of the first. 2 outs, and this one's going deep into right field. No question about this one right when it came off the bat. I'm like, this one is gone. So 1-0 is going to be the score with the Rockies on top after that huge blast by Cargo. And you've really got 3 people you have to worry about with the Rockies. You've got Kadire, you've got Tulowitzki, and you got Cargo. So here I am starting it off in the first inning, already getting thrashed by the Rockies. That was crazy. Anyway, here is Troy Tulowitzki up at the plate. Okay, so this gives us a chance to be able to talk a little bit about the Diamondbacks. Now, the Diamondbacks actually got started in 1998, and I remember when they became an expansion team along with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays at the time. And I wasn't too excited because I wasn't such a huge fan of the teal and purple, which they have then changed their colors since then. But one cool thing, and I'll kind of get to this a little bit later, is the Arizona Diamondbacks are the team, like an expansion team. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Well, I know what I'm trying to say, but how do I say it? So as far as expansion teams go, they have gotten to the World Series and won it faster than anybody else. That's what I've been trying to say. So that's actually a really cool thing to have under your belt when you're talking about history of teams. Fastest to go from expansion team to World Series winners. That's awesome. 0-2 count. Tulo watches that one inside for strike 3. So I feel like I got a little redemption out of that, but honestly, a strikeout not going to compare to a home run. So count's full. I mess up right here, and Todd Helton's going to get on first because of a fielding mistake. And I always worry when I see something like this happening at the beginning of the game because I know that there's a very strong chance that this is going to continue onward. So we're in the second. This could be a double play. And we mess up again. So back-to-back defensive plays. That's not good at all. Okay. All right, so let's see if we can turn it around. Now that we're on offense, so still 1-0. Haven't been able to produce anything so far, but here we go with this one going up the middle. De La Rosa gives up his first hit of the game today. I don't know. I think when I do the Rockies, I don't know if I should pitch with De La Rosa. I might have to say that quite a bit. But, all right, here we go. This is where we can start to produce some runs. So Miguel Montero up at the plate. Did not make good contact with that one at all. But we get the runner in the scoring position. So that should at least help out. Now, I think we can do it here. Corbin, though, up at the plate in the third. We're not able to do it. Not able to bring him home. This ends up being, like, the best hit I've had in the game so far. As this one, just a few inches off of that left field line, Corbin's safe at second. So it's not too often that I'm able to get an extra base hit with a pitcher. So whenever that happens, I get excited about it. All right. So see if we can go ahead and hit him home. Tie the game up. Another one on the ground. De La Rosa does that actually quite a bit. So I'm falling for it right here. Now, hindsight's 20/20, so I'm kind of able to go back and realize, like, hey, I should have swung at that one, or I should have laid off that one, but nothing I can do about it now. So Goldschmidt with the base hit into center field as well. So it's not like that I'm not hitting anything. I mean, I am making a lot of contact, but the time I am making contact, it tends to be on the ground, and a couple times it's ended up rolled into the outfield, but I got to be careful right here. Montero at the plate again. This one goes right back to De La Rosa. 1-6-3 double play. Not pretty for me. Every time so far that I've been able to get somebody in a scoring position, hasn't turned out at all. Now, that one goes into left field. I don't know what that one's going to get counted as. I don't know if that's going to be an error charged to Prado or if that's going to be considered a base hit. But, all right, got to be careful now. 1 out, runner on first. I don't want this to get out of hand. So I'm going to be trying to force stuff on the ground, but I've been throwing pretty low myself quite a bit too. So I've noticed that the computer has been aiming a lot lower with where they're going to be hitting the ball. So go ahead and hold him here. Now here's Jorge de la Rosa at the plate. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and get an out right here to end this inning. So he's going to foul that one back. First strike one. So anytime you, of course, face a pitcher, you know you got a pretty good chance of being able to get out of something. Strike two with that one outside. A lot of times when a pitcher's up, I'll throw a lot of junk to see if I can get him to go ahead and swing at some stuff, too, that you really know that you shouldn't. Try the slider. Ooh! Not where I wanted it to be, but it works. De La Rosa strikes out to go ahead and end the inning there. All right, Adam Eaton here in the bottom 6. Still have not been able to produce 1 run myself. This one hit well into the gap in right center. Easily going to be able to round first and head on over to second. Was I tempted to try and go 3? Absolutely I was. I don't think I would have made it. Probably would have been pretty close. But, again, not able to bring him home. So here's Tulo. He's already struck out a couple times today. And I was thinking with an 0-2 count he might be able to do it again. Prado dives for that one. Not able to come up with it. So Tulo, safe at first. His first hit of the game. Cargo, I've been able to shut him out too. Kadire really hasn't made a presence whatsoever, offensively anyway. Now, here is Michael Kadire. This one on the ground, Prado. Ooh, dang it. Kadire beating that one out. So, here's Todd Helton. I'm going to try to see if I can force a ground ball from him because it shouldn't be too tough. Yep, here we go. 4-6-3. Oh, my. That is 3 errors today. Might even be more. If you go ahead and you count that one by Prado. Actually, it might be 3 if you counted that one from Prado. Anyway, Willen Rosario takes strike 1. So, now we get a chance to talk a little bit more about the Diamondbacks. So Luis Gonzalez has had his number retired by the Diamondbacks, but when you take a look at some of the other players who had played for them over the years, like the biggest name that comes up for me, Randy Johnson. I mean, Randy Johnson, the big unit, dude was remarkable. So when you're talking about a team from 1998, you really can't talk so much about history like I could like when I get to the Yankees or something like that. But man, Randy Johnson, I mean, that guy's going to be, you know, you talk about some of the best pitchers of our era, and he's going to be in there. I mean, you got to mention this guy. So, man, I'd love to be able to watch him pitch again. I mean, the whole like bird thing, if you guys had seen that during spring training, that has got to be one of my all-time favorite baseball highlights ever. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. Just search Randy Johnson bird or Randy Johnson 98 mile an hour bird. Oh my gosh, blows my mind. I can't even imagine what it would have been like to witness something like that. But anyway, just go ahead and check it out. So I get a base hit right here. It was a close one, but De La Rosa is coming out after that. So Rex Brothers is going to be coming in. Sorry, no more exciting way to go ahead and say a pitcher's name. But this should go ahead and mix things up a little bit. Honestly, you know, not too, well, I shouldn't say not too many pitches, but I don't think there'll be as a higher percentage of pitches that are a little bit low. But here's Didi Gregorius. Now, he had that bad throw earlier when I thought I had the double play. But I'm heading going for second. I'm really at the point now where I'm desperate, and I will try just about anything to go ahead and get some runs. So I put him in scoring position. So Didi Gregorius has a good chance with no outs whatsoever to go ahead and bring this runner home. So I kind of figured this one may be a ball, but it ends up being a slider inside. A great dive by Tulo. The throw not going to be in time. Gregorius beat that one out, and I thought he was out. Like, even going back and looking at it again, I didn't think that he beat it. This is kind of rough. Tulo goes down. It is the 8th inning. But I don't think he's batting in the 9th. So I don't think it will affect them too much unless we go ahead and go into extra innings. So Jonathan Herrera coming in now at short. So this is something that blew my mind. All right, so here comes in Eric Chavez. Now, you guys know that I'm a huge A's fan, and I have been for some time. Like, I remember playing a ton of baseball games, and every time Eric Chavez came up, I was like, sweet, this is going to be awesome. Tremendous hitter. So with this one going into right, not as good, of course, as when I would play as him in, like, 2002, 2003, whatever it was. I can't even remember the years that I, like, really picked up baseball and stuff as a video game. But he helps me out right here, going ahead and tying up the game. So the Rockies, again, going to the bullpen. Brothers really having a poor performance since he came in. But honestly, at this point, I don't think he did necessarily too terrible of a job. It's not like he gave up home run after home run or anything. But you really kind of have to go to the bullpen right here. So laying down the bunt. Here we go. Run comes home. I've got the lead. Didi Gregorius with his speed gets the run. That will now give me the lead by 2-1. I figure let's go with the suicide squeeze, mix it up. Paul Goldschmidt. Man, that was a nasty slider. And it wasn't actually too far out of the strike zone. It gets counted as a pass ball. But I get the run. So Eric Chavez actually ends up getting over to third and then comes home on that pass ball. So 3-1 now. And it seems like things are really falling apart for the Rockies right here. Goldschmidt not able to get on base. So Heath Bell coming in here in the top of the 9th. Now, Potts I could have kept in there. But since it is 30 wins with 30 teams, I do want to feature as many pitchers as I can with it being reasonable. So, and the thing is granted, Heath Bell did have a little bit of a rough season last year as a closer. This is a video game. So I totally feel comfortable putting Heath Bell in here in the 9th to try and see if we can get this win. So it all has been happening due to some late offensive heroics. But again, going back to the Diamondbacks here, I haven't been able to go over all of the history of them, or all the statistics that I like to go over. So World Series titles, of course, one, which was in 2001. So 4 seasons after they got started was when they ended up winning the World Series. That's the only time they won the National League. They've won the NL West actually 5 times, 1998, 01, 02, 07, 2011. So definitely a team that since its inception really has been a force to be reckoned with in the National League. NL West, to be more specific. So, I don't know. I see a lot of potential for him here, even in the years to come. I mean, I'd love to be able to go see the Diamondbacks play. I mean, I've gone to spring training, and I've been able to participate in that and see the Diamondbacks from that perspective, but I haven't actually been able to go to, like, Chase Field or anything like that. I think that would be really, really sweet, and I hope that in the future I do get the chance to be able to do that. So I don't think I'd take anybody up on this here. But if you ever want to go ahead and put up my wife and my son and I for a couple nights, free housing, that'd be really cool. Anyway, 2-1 count here, 2 outs. This one's going to go to DJ Gregorius. The throw over to first will be in time. Game over. Diamondbacks win this episode of 30 Wins with 30 Teams. So, I think in the next episode, I'll be playing as the Colorado Rockies. Kind of turn things around here a little bit, so make sure you guys end up watching that. Thanks for watching this, though, too. I really do appreciate it. More of this to come later on, so make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz, but you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thank you again for watching, and as always, I hope you guys have a good one.